Hello and welcome to OMAT. We're here, we're going to get started, and maybe it's the end of something right before this. Maybe it's the end of your week, the end of a meeting, the end of any kind of goal, any kind of, I started something, I'm going to check on it now. And why are we checking on it? Why do we review things at certain goal marks? I know what's happening. If my goal is to lose weight and I haven't lose weight, what am I reviewing? Don't I know everything already? Well, I learned that athletes review their game, whether they won or lost. What they're doing is they're seeing where they've made mistakes, but also what they want to repeat. So we can review quickly and say, ooh, I liked when I did that. I'm going to try to repeat that next time or repeat a version of it. Or I don't like when I did that. I didn't even know I was doing it, because by reviewing it, I'm getting a different perspective. It's a different view of things. But as always, I'm reviewing things like it's a rear view mirror. So I glance at it long enough to get the information I need to move forward. One of the things that I use to review is high-low grateful. It's a great time of the week to do it. If it's a Friday, if it's the end of the day, if it's the end of a meeting, I pick my high, I pick my low, and I pick my gratitude for that subject. If you want to try that out, I think it's a great way to share your day, to share how the meeting went, to share with your children, to allow your children to share, family members, all of that. All right, let's get into our program here. Programming our mind to have some control over it. Do you have control over your mind? Let's control it into the present moment. Where was your mind right before this? Let's get it into this place. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm not fighting a wolf. I'm not arguing with someone. So let me stop doing that in my head and get present so that I can get into the first exercise of gratitude. Again, deciding what we're thinking is giving us that muscle of control of I get to decide what I think about, how I critique myself, how I review, how the things go on in there. So let's practice by looking for some gratitude right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding the water. One of the reasons that I like practicing gratitude is because then I can a little more easily speak my gratitude, and I can speak in that way. So I can share things that I'm grateful for. And then I could see other people's perspective, because one person could be really grateful for renting their home because they don't have the responsibility of owning. And another person could be really grateful for owning their home. And these are the kinds of conversations I can have with openness. Let's keep going into our meditation. Sometimes I can stop having a conversation. I can sit quietly with myself. Why? Because I practice. Let's practice. Let's see what it feels like. Sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. Sometimes a minute of meditation just reminds me that I'm breathing, because sometimes life can feel like it's choking us, and meditation goes, oh yeah, I just breathe. All right, let's keep going. Let's go into our writing. What are we going to write about? It's sometimes difficult, even for professional writers, to get going on writing. And that's why we're going to consider throwing it away. What words will you throw away? Not making them precious, allowing any word, a sillier or angrier, whatever it is, allowing it to appear on the paper. Let's practice that by writing right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding water. Letting the water help us transition. We already did something different, so our hand maybe put down the pen long enough to find the water, which means we're somewhere else. We're already in our stretch. Let's keep elongating our body. Stand if you can stand. We're going to start the sun salutation, inhaling the arms up. Now we're here for a couple seconds. Make any small movements that you want here before you fold forward, hinging at the waist. And now we're hanging over our feet with the top half of our body, just kind of dangling as much as possible. And when you're ready, halfway lift, the flat back parallel to the ground. And let's get into the high plank from there. Plant your palms down where they are, step your feet back into a high plank, and then slowly, as slow as possible, lower your body until it fully is on the ground. Once it's there, if you push your palms, your chest will come up, your head comes up, look up. Let's meet in down dog. Hips up, our head is now looking towards our thighs, that's where our gaze is. And then we're walking forward, starting to roll up, meeting the palms above the head, and then exhaling them down to the center of the chest. Perhaps pausing for a moment. Perhaps that's part of your stretch. Perhaps pausing in one of the poses that you like more or like less, but you feel like it helps you out. Let's find our water. Let's find that if we made any movement during that sun salutation, our body feels a little bit different, feels a little warm, and it's sort of warming us up into this plank. So if you were able to move any body part, let's use that momentum, get in that ready pose. We are going up in plank in 3, 2, 1. We're in plank. And what does that mean? That means we're in plank mode in our mind. We have to be willing, accept, and agree to do it. And that's 10 seconds in. So who's telling our body to do it? It's our mind. So let's work on our mind and body working together. What does that look like? That's 20 seconds in. It looks like maybe our body's feeling a little fatigued, but that's coming from our mind. Maybe we can switch that thought and say, I'm not done yet. I have 30 seconds left, and I do have those in me. I have this energy in me. I'm going to conjure it up from somewhere for 20 seconds if I feel like coming down. I'm going to decide not to come down off this plank. And if I did come down off the plank, I'm taking a deep breath, coming back up for the final 10 seconds. This is the countdown. Find what you can do in these final moments. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And you're done for today. For now, come down off your plank. We don't have to criticize, but we might review. How did that go? What helped me stay a little longer, or what dropped me down off the plank? Finding the water. after we stretch our way back. And that's all the review we need if we even do that. We can also just keep on going. I did the plank. It's just a regular day for me. That's just how I am. Let's keep going into our procrastination. If there is something that you keep putting off and putting off and putting off, put it here. What is the smallest move that you can make towards that thing that you're putting off? And that could even mean getting in touch with someone and saying, can you help me with this? What's the tiniest step? Let's look to take it right now. Let's wrap the task for now. Getting our water. Wash down the results because they don't matter. What we're learning is how we react to these exercises and what we need to move forward. Let's see if we can connect with someone else. Now, if you really couldn't do the procrastination part or any other part, this might be where you can connect with someone else. Hey, how are you doing with your procrastination? What did you do to get over your procrastination? We just pick it up, take what you want, leave the rest. Or just say hi. Let's look for some kind of connection, taking that time to look for it right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding water. And I know I put this exercise here because connection can be difficult or awkward or all of those things. And that is why I put it on the list so that I can practice. And the more we practice, the more normal and regular it becomes, a little bit more manageable, easier to do. Let's keep going. Let's go into our aerobics. We're going to move whatever part of our body is capable of moving because we're going to exercise that as a thank you and as a way to be able to use it more for the rest of the day, today, tomorrow, whenever. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. We're moving our body. Oh, this glorious body that we get to move. And if you're not feeling that way, move anyway. Move your body, and you don't have to thank it right now. That's 10 seconds. The fact that we're exercising is a form of gratitude, where whether we want to think that way or not, that's 20 seconds in. Because as I'm exercising my body, I'm appreciating it in this movement because I want to keep using it the rest of the day. 30 more seconds. Where's your energy today? Do you want to put a little bit more, or do it with half the energy, but do it? For 20 more seconds, find a way to keep moving if you are not hurting yourself, but make sure you're breathing. Follow your breath. 10 seconds left. Here's the countdown. How do you want to close this exercise just for today? What can your mind and body do? For 3, 2, 1, and you're done. There it is. Those are the exercises. We tapped into them a little. We practice a little bit. Thank you for taking OMAT today.